so that we can get that cassette tape recording.
Cassette? Man, I do it reel to reel.
Wax cylinder.
Keeping it real. All right, here goes.
Okay.
Starts in 3, 2, 1.
Alright guys, let's talk about smoked bologna. This is about a 3 or 4 pound chunk that I've got here. I start off by scoring the edges all the way around.
Is it me, or does printing a black bar over your Jimmy make it look worse?
The morning stream. Is it just me, or does the jungle make you really, really horny?
Good morning, everybody. Guten Tagen. It is Scott Johnson here with Brian Ibbett for the morning stream. That's who we represent.
We represent the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
And if you don't like the morning stream, unsubscribe today. All right. Anyway, hey, yeah, don't do that. Brian and I are here. It is TMS. We're happy to be back. It's Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. Just fun to say, Brian. I'm gonna do it
every day. We're gonna get that, huh?
Every month
okay.
while we're in the 20s. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, it's been every day just since the 20th. Like it's been 2021, 2020.
Yeah.
You know.
So every month during the 20th through the 20.
You
when
know,
does it
I'm
stop?
not complaining.
When does it stop being fun to say? 24, probably. 24, 2020. But when you say 2020, it's fun. 21, 2020.
Oh, no.
22, 2020. I think I'm almost out.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. It'll probably go up until the 29th, right? It'll be 29, 2020.
People will be so sick of it by then. I probably shouldn't do it. Anyway, we're glad to be among you, near you, around you today, everybody. I hope you had a nice evening last night. We're back with another show. We got stuff to talk about. We got games to play. We got news to read. It's just a nonstop cavalcade of good times just waiting for you to be here. So thanks for being here.
Waiting.
Hey.
Yeah.
Talk me out of this. All right. I need some help getting talked
Here we
out
go.
of something.
I'm preparing. Let me put on my talking out of shoes. Okay, talking out of shoes are on. Let's.
All right. Went to my buddy Darren's house yesterday, and for a very socially distant conversation about an acquisition he made.
Acquisition.
Yeah. Right. That sounds scary, but the acquisition. Let's see if I can bring it up so I can show the chat here. Oh, you can kind of hear our talk in our live photo there. All right. This is a 1980s era Honda Elite 150 scooter. Now, Brian, if you remember, famously, I want to say it was not Lou Rawls. Who took the walk on the wild side? What was his name?
Lou Reed.
I can't think of which Lou.
Lou Rawls.
Lou Rawls, Lou Reed. What's the difference?
Sure.
He famously has a photo of him standing in front of one of these, and I think they even had a little saying like, "Why walk when you can ride this?" or something like that.
Sure.
Anyway, it's a cute little 80s era Honda scooter that were very popular at the time. And I wanted one like real bad at the time. I remember like 87, 88 or something going, man, I would be the coolest if I had this on my butt, like if I could ride this around. And it's got the light in the front that goes and opens and shuts.
Cool.
So it's just this cool, like, whatever in the 80s we thought looked like the future, this was it.
Yeah.
Now it looks retro and dumb, but
No, it probably looks retro and cool. I mean, it's like, is it what, can't remember the actor's name, but what he did his Chinese food delivery in Desperately Seeking Susan, Aidan Quinn.
Yeah, Aidan Quinn. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hot. I just took it down so you won't see it.
That is, okay, so that's, God, it looks like a freaking Walkman on wheels, all those straight corners and edges and stuff like that. No smooth Vespa curves.
Yep.
It is like
a lot of hard edges. You'd expect like somebody from the movie Mannequin to be riding that through town while we built this city.
Which they may have, yeah, exactly.
So it's just one of those things.
We can build this dream together. Yeah, anyway.
garbage song.
That's
anyway,
pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So he picked it up from some local lady on a we have a website around here called KSL. It's actually a news site, but they also have like an auction, or not auction, but like a personal ads type thing before Craigslist, before eBay, before all of that. This thing existed, so it still kind of thrives locally. It's weird, but anyway,
sure.
He got it on there, $500. It needs work. The engine won't quite turn over. It needed a new battery. He's already done that. It's done some tweaking on it. But basically, he's a few fixes away from this thing running and being awesome. So this started me down a path. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm talking about this. I liked it so much. I was so enamored with it that I started looking up scooters online, like what the cool new stuff is. And here's the problem. You know how in the 80s flip-flops were called thongs? Do you remember that?
Sure.
Okay. Now we call them flip-flops, and if you say, ooh, I'm not wearing my thongs, people are going to go, what the frick is wrong with you? You're wearing thongs?
You're wearing normal underwear,
right.
Brian. What are you talking about?
At some point, that flipped where we couldn't say it was our shoes anymore. In fact, I have one right here. I'll just hold it up for example's sake. Here's a flip-flop, okay?
Well, there you go. It's a flip-flop.
Used to be a thong in the 80s. This is actually...
Right.
These are
popularized by Jimmy Buffett, who blew one out, famously on a pop-top.
Do you see that brand name there?
Oh, gee. Well, it's not the... I'll allow it because it's not the dumb Crocs shoes. It's not the the fully enclose your foot.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you, these are comfortable and awesome.
They look like it.
Yeah, they're
really good.
I've
I've got a pair of Birkenstock ones. I'm not wearing them right now, but got a pair of Birkenstock flip-flops that were great for my plantar fasciitis when I had that issue.
Did you ever wear socks with those? Put a pair of socks on?
No. What am I 75 years old? What
are you going to be, a guy where you got to... all the guys that worked on the original Mac, they all walked around with Birkenstocks and socks on, man.
Yeah, well, that's them. It ain't me, babe.
Yeah,
Lord knows it ain't me.
They're all dead now. Anyway, so...
exactly. Where'd that get them?
What was I going to say? I forgot now. Oh, okay. So you know how they call them... The name changed. These used to be called scooters, but it turns out if you do a Google search for scooters now...
You get like those razor things, right?
Yeah, you don't get this. Yeah. You get little motorized and otherwise, but you get those stupid, like the razor ones you're talking about. So that's frustrating and lame.
But if you include Honda scooters, then you get the right thing, right?
You do, for the most part, yeah. So what I did is I started hunting around for scooter, and then I would include the word like bike or, I can't remember what other terms I'd use. And so some of the stuff started coming up, and I looked specifically at the Honda stuff. Now, Honda today still makes a ton of these. They still have a modern version of all, they still make scooters.
Sure.
And they make this black one called the, I forgot the name, but anyway, that thing's $2,700.
Okay.
So since then, I've been trying to find a deal. I can't believe I'm even looking for this. Why do I want this? I can't. It's money I don't have to spend, first of all, number one. Number two, I don't really need a scooter for anything. But why do I want one? What happened yesterday that made me want a scooter? So, Brian, talk me out of this tree.
It's because you're seeing something really cool at a friend's house, and you kind of want it for yourself because it's cool, right? I mean, it makes sense.
So cool.
Let me ask you this. How is Kim going to drive you around on a scooter? Because right now, she drives you around in the car.
She'll love that. I'll make sure to mention that later. It won't really be a problem. The other thing is, too, I would only probably ride it for fun. Like, I don't need to go.
You wouldn't ride it to the Crave Burger to pick up something?
I mean, I could, but it's not like I can't do that now some other way. I mean, I don't know. I think I would.
Is it the Ruckus? Is that the one you're looking at?
Yes, the Ruckus. Look at the little...
I'm looking at it right now. It looks cool. Here's the thing that... the first thing that comes to mind is, I don't know if I'd feel as comfortable on something like this with my feet close together, right? Because you think of a motorcycle, your feet kind of act like the pole on that the guy holds when he's crossing the tightrope.
Right.
It's an extra level of creating balance. You're basically pushing yourself together on a high-speed device with your legs close together, and it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't look like looks like balancing would be a little bit tougher. Plus, those wheels are super tiny.
Aren't they? You're right about that.
Yeah. So would you take it to go to nearby restaurants or the post office or things like that, or would you would this kind of sit in your house in your garage? And
well, I would hope
you'd
to
never
I
use
would
it?
like to think in my current brain set that I would use it all the time in the summer or warmer months.
Mm-hmm.
In the winter, obviously, this thing's going to be sort of useless, so I'd probably put it in the garage during the winter.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe not. Maybe when the
you
snow
bundle up. You got a helmet.
when the snow's clear, I guess it's no big deal. But
Yeah.
But then I went down this other hole where I went, all right, well, why would I do this in 2020? Not for all the obvious 2020 reasons, but why would I do this in 2020 and not try to do something electric? So then I started to look, well, is anybody doing anything with cool electric scooters that are in this format? And Honda doesn't have.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Yeah, me
Wow.
too. That I know of. I looked everywhere on the site, so if someone knows of something I missed, let me know. And yes, I understand that this sounds and looks a lot like some kind of midlife crisis kind of choice, right?
It's not as expensive as a convertible, Scott. So I guess you've got that going.
Right. And it just, I don't know why I was so, what it is? I was completely obsessed with these when I was in high school and I couldn't afford one. I wanted one so bad in high school. It's all I wanted. Like, give me a damn scooter. I thought it would be the coolest thing. My friends had mopeds and all those dumb things. And I just thought, one of these days I'm going to have one of these scooters. And I just never did it. So I'm just saying, people that go out and get jet skis or freaking four-wheelers or all the other crap they do, this isn't any different than that. This is just me going, yeah, there's a little thing. And it's not like it's, 10 grand, 20 grand or whatever. It's not like a car. It's a kind of affordable thing. I could do payments on it if I wanted. It wouldn't be that big a deal. But what is this? Why is this desire billowing up in me?
Basically, take a week, figure out over the course of a regular week how often you think you would use this thing.
Right. And the answer is probably not as often as I think.
Right.
If I'm honest, I think it's not as often as I would think I would. Oh, my wife just brought me tea. She's so nice. Look at this. Oh, pixie blush. Anyway, so yeah, this is probably a terrible idea and I shouldn't even keep thinking about it. That's the bottom line, right?
Maybe see if there's a place that rents them, try it out. For a while
there
and
you
see what
go.
think.
Yeah, or you know what? Wait till my friend's finished with his thing. Say, Darren,
Borrow his.
Yeah,
Sure.
Darren, can I borrow your thing for just a bit? And of course he'd do that, and I'll go ride it around.
Now that you've just spent hours and hours fixing this, how about letting me, unexperienced scooter driver, drive it around town for a little bit?
I think part of it is this. Part of it is we're in this weird time, and I feel like every night I go to bed frustrated about the state of things. Right? Just the world or whatever.
Of course.
And so part of me goes, man, this harkens back to a time when you just had less to think about or worry about. I don't know. I just brought back all this nostalgia and stuff. Like, I literally could close my eyes, see myself on that exact Honda Elite 150, and I could hear Erasure playing in my headphones, like and I just hucking down the road, getting ready for meeting my friends for SNL, where we're gonna watch Dana Carvey and Phil Hartman go to Chi-Chi's.
Right, yeah.
Like, all the 80s things start flooding back, and I think that's all this is. I'm just having a little bit of a
Totally. I totally buy that. It totally makes sense. Plus,
Anyway.
it's a change right now. Right now, we're kind of stuck in this. We're forced into this kind of rut, the same old rut of, get up, can't really go out, can't really go do things, can't go and hang out at the pool or go meet friends or take a trip over to Vegas or whatever.
right.
Despite what our Canadian friend thinks that I do.
Oh, yes, you got a heated email. We don't have to get into it, but
Not really heated, and I don't know if it's a he or she, but I've spoken to this person. I responded back to them directly via email and said, I think you might be misunderstanding things. Personally, I don't go to Vegas. I haven't gone. I was going to go. I was considering a trip, and when I saw that they weren't doing any sort of safe practices there, I said, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, you're keeping an eye on things, that's what you're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to be keeping an eye on stuff and going, all right, what are you doing to be careful? Oh, you're not? Well, I'm not coming there then. Sure.
And secondly, I know that masks you don't wear them for yourself as much as you wear them for other people. You're wearing them so that you don't spread it if you have it and you don't know it because you're not showing any symptoms. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but we're kind of stuck in this rut of not being able to do the things we want to do, and so we're looking at ways to introduce something new and fun into our lives that doesn't break the things we're not supposed to do right now,
Right.
getting together and doing stuff. But maybe affecting a larger change that we just can't get any other way right now.
Yeah, I think you said it well. I think that's partly where this comes from. And part of it, I was just swept into a wave of nostalgic feelings for a time that isn't here anymore, and a time where I had less worldly issues to deal with, and all I cared about was, girls and cars and drawing and hanging out and having fun, and I don't know. It's
maybe,
rose-colored
maybe
glasses,
an
I
electric
guess.
bicycle. Those bicycles
those,
that you can either operate on your own power or flip a little switch if it's charged up and use it to help you get up hills and stuff. Maybe that's what you need, because then you could lock that to a bike rack if you go somewhere.
That's true, and they're probably even less money, right? Aren't they kind of
Oh,
weird
they
looking
gotta
though?
be.
You ride
No.
these and people look at you and go, "What are you doing in that thing?"
No,
What is
actually, there's some that you can hardly tell are electric bikes because unless you're really knowing what you're looking for as far as like the motor and stuff, they have a lot of them that look just like normal bikes.
Well, a couple of these.
They're just
So-
like a little battery, not a battery pack, but like I guess it's kind of battery pack motor thing on the frame.
It's on the stem there, or the whatever that front part
Yeah,
of the
I
frame.
mean, they do have some that look like, they'll probably look closer to the scooter thing.
Mm-hmm. Also, here's one. Ride one up the 500 series. MSRP is $1,099. So it's a kind of a premium, affordable, but on the high end.
Yeah.
It's an affordable urban electric bike with slightly higher top speed of 25 miles per hour. Ooh, that seems good.
Yeah, it does. Right?
It seems a lot faster than my regular bike will go. Trigger throttle operates from 0 and overrides all 9 levels of assist for maximum control. Zippy 500-watt Bafang hub motor, basic 160 millimeter mechanical disc brakes, blah, 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 blah.
There you go.
These are all right looking. They look kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. Why am I
Then
even
you're
doing
combining.
this?
Then you're getting a little bit of exercise because you flip off the motor, do some actual pedaling to get around,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I don't feel like going up this hill, or let's turn around. I'm getting kind of tired of biking, and you kind of just motorize your way back home.
That's right. You still got the pedaling if you want it every time, right? Like it's not
Totally. Yes.
okay. All
It's
right.
not. It doesn't. Yeah. You're not committing to only using the motor. You can use your darn feet and pedal your way around.
But will
too.
people? Okay, so here's the question: do you look dumb on these the way people look dumb on those lean back ones, those recumbent bike things that move?
No, it looks like a regular bike with just like a little battery pack thing.
Okay,
It looks the same.
I just worry. It's like like you've seen stationary repugnant recumbent bikes, right?
Yeah.
Those are fine. Those are fine because you're not going anywhere and you're in a gym or a house or whatever. Fine. But the ones where people are actually out riding those things, they're all laid back with the I just want to run them over when I see them. I just go, yeah,
Really?
that's the worst.
Why?
I want to run you over. I don't know. It's a primal, like, weird instinct that I
I've
have.
been seeing these weird new ones that look like you move your feet like you're on an elliptical. You're standing up, and it's like you're on a standing scooter using elliptical style pedals.
Yeah.
That don't go in a circle but kind of go in more of an ellipse, I guess, obviously because it's an elliptical. But
Yeah.
I've been seeing those around, and those are kind of
Those are pretty cool.
goofy looking. No, I'm saying those are kind of goofy.
Those are goofy looking. You don't want those? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to not think about these things, and it's not even a thing I was in the market for until my friend Darren said, hey, look at this.
Exactly. That's the thing. You're going to go over to somebody's house. You're going to see that they've got a pinball machine. All of a sudden, you're going to be like, oh, I want a pinball machine. Where can I get a pinball machine for my house?
Yeah, this happens every time.
Yeah.
So I've been
exactly.
I got to stop. That's it. That's what I've done. All right, Brian, you did it. The advice taken. It's good.
Cool. Well, now I can tell you about something that I picked up that, I don't know, maybe for your tea you would want one of these, but this was an early birthday present from Tina.
Aw.
She got me an Ember Mug. So it's a coffee mug.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stark white, although they have a black one as well. And this is the coffee mug that comes with a little
It's a little heating pad
saucer.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
got a little saucer, sort of a heating pad. The heating pad is actually built into the mug. and it
Okay.
keeps it at a steady temperature. So the dish itself just has a couple of charging things on it, and
Okay.
doesn't actually do the heating. The heating is done in the mug. You don't even have to use it. You just charge it with the saucer, and then you can take it around for an hour and a half, and it'll keep the same temperature. So right now, my coffee is sitting at 130 degrees, steady. So I'm trying this thing out. I'm not 100% sold on it. It's kind of winning me over. It's only 10 ounces, and usually I operate out of a 14 or 16 ounce mug.
Like a real man.
Like a real man, exactly. But the problem with the 16 ounce mug is that I tend to nurse my coffee over the course of the morning, and it gets cold by the time I get to the last half of it.
All right.
And so I'm doing trying the Ember thing. I wish that they had the 14 ounce, because when she basically sent me out to go pick it up for myself. Really nice birthday present. Thanks, Tina. Just buy it. But you can find them online at Amazon. They're out of the 14 ounce newer model. This is the 10 ounce original model.
Yeah.
So hey, if anybody's out there, I still have the receipt on this one. I can always take it back to Starbucks. That if anyone happens to go to their local Starbucks at any point and see the 14 ounce black Ember mug, let me know. I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And I'll even send you a Coverville prize package with a bunch of CDs and T-shirts or something.
Ah, very nice. Putting the word out there. I like it.
For helping track it out. But so far I'm totally digging it, and it's smart enough to know when there's liquid in it, when there's not liquid in it.
Isn't it Dunaway that swears by these? He really likes his or something. I think it was him.
Dunaway or Randy, one of the two was talking about one of these.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, "Yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. I can't live without it," or whatever. And now you got one. So well done.
Yep. So,
I'm kind of curious how that would.
Talia was saying Jury has one.
Oh, does Jury have one? I have. So the size of the mug I use is like this is the N17 mug.
That's the normal size that I use. Yeah, the film sack N17 mug. I have the rounded TMS mugs are about the same, 14 to 16 ounce.
And the tea's going to get down to here and be cold. See today.
Yes.
And so
That's
I think I could really go for one of them.
Yeah. And so what I do is I still do the French press, but then I decant it into this container.
Yeah.
And then just constantly refill my coffee as it gets low, like I'm at a Village Inn.
Fancy.
And
it's fancy. That's fancy, dude. You're like your own little restaurant.
I am. Exactly.
You can call yourself Honey and ask if you need anything else every once in a while.
That's right.
You're like a diner. Or call yourself Hun. Hey, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite Pokemon of all the Pokemon?
Do I have a favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do.
What is the name of it?
That's the thing, is I've renamed mine. It is it's the light blue dragon thing that I've renamed Lockheed because he looks like Lockheed from the from the X-Men comics.
Okay.
Hold on a second. It
Okay.
is. I'm going to see if I can beat the chat room, but I'm probably not going to be able to.
Okay.
It is the Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl.
I got it before the chat room did. Yeah. So this is my Aerodactyl. Oh, you can't really see because it's washed out, but
So he's a great big bird unit.
he's a great big. He looks just like Kitty Pryde's dragon Lockheed.
Okay. Very nice. I'm not going to tell you
Aerodactyl.
I'm not telling you why I'm asking this. I just have an idea. I just had an idea,
okay.
and I'm going to try my idea later. All right.
Okay. All right.
There you go, everybody. Coffee, scooters. What else do you need in this
That's
life?
all. Exactly. I mean, if you combine the two, you're out for a good time.
You're out for the best time. Best time of your life. You're never going to have a better time than now. What better time than now?
Right.
What better place than here?
No better time.
Yeah. All right. Dunaway is being summoned, and we're going to do a little stuff here.
What do we have to sacrifice on the altar to summon Brian Dunaway?
A goat, male or female, doesn't matter. Full-grown goat. Preferably one that goes like that. Oh, why is this happening? Hold on. That's not supposed to make a sound. There you go. Okay. All right. Hey, check it out, everybody. There's this now. Welcome to the program. Brian Dunaway. Brian Dunaway. Hi, Brian Dunaway. Hello.
Brian, feel like talking? Unmute
Oh, there he
yourself.
is.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
There he is.
Oh, hi, Brian Dunaway.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you not hear me?
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now. Hey, Brian, have you ever owned a scooter, like a little Honda scooter or anything like that before? Is that a thing you'd ever desired in your life? Still muted?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Have not done that?
I do desire a scooter, but I have never had one.
Okay, but you understand what I'm saying when I say I want one, right? You feel what I'm saying. Hello?
I feel what you're saying, Scott.
Ooh, weird.
Hold on 1 second. I think I got a delay going on.
Yeah, you got a weird delay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like almost Skype it's Twitch delay almost, like you're hearing us through the Twitch or something. It's very weird. All right, well, while he's working that out, I got a caller on the line already. Should we find out who this is? Let's find out who this is.
Oh, we totally should, yes.
Hi, welcome to the show. Who's this?
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Jamie, the taffy guy.
Oh, it's the Taffy Guy. Yeah, woo!
Hey!
So taffy guy.
Sounds like you're in a hole a little bit, but that's okay. We'll take you no matter how we get you. How's the taffy world going?
Going well. I haven't been to the coast in a while, so no taffy.
Oh, you don't have a pocket full of warm taffy? What are we even doing? What are we even doing?
Full of warm taffy. Am I better now?
Yeah,
Am
you
I
sound,
like
you sound
okay,
good. Are you hearing us right away now?
Yeah, it was weird. I was like hearing you guys lag. Anyway,
Yeah,
hi.
I don't know what that's about.
I listened to the Ember conversation. I am the Ember Man. I love
are the
my
Ember
Ember
Man.
mug. Yes,
Okay.
I love my Ember mug. I got it for Christmas this past year. I have the smaller white mug, just like you.
Oh, okay.
My friend, we exchanged gifts, and I got him the larger black mug, which we had at our local Starbucks, and probably still do. I'll take a look today to see
Ooh,
if
yeah.
I see,
Do
or
you see one?
not today. I'll send somebody to look today for me.
Sounds good, yes.
So
and
let me
we'll hopefully find out.
So why can't someone make something that doesn't need the mug part of it? Can I just get a thing that just lets me put any old ceramic thing on a thing and it just keep it warm?
Sure, you should.
Well,
you
yeah,
should just.
I mean-
you should just get like a sous vide and just stick that in your coffee. That
Well,
would work.
they make little plug-in. They're like it's like a coaster, and it heats. It heats the
Plates.
glass up, a little heating plate kind of thing. But it doesn't. Apparently, it doesn't like regulate temperature. It's either on or off, and it's just going to keep
Also-
getting hotter and hotter and hotter.
Oh
and,
yeah, that's no good because then
Also-
you'll end up just staling up your coffee or whatever you got in there. It's not going to be good after a
Yeah.
while.
Also, you keep yours at 130, dude. I'm like cranked up like 140. I'm like
oh really?
hot coffee.
When I tried it at first, I set it up to 135, and then I guess it defaults back down to 130. I reset it to update the firmware.
Oh, okay.
And
Right.
2020, the year I had to update my coffee mug's firmware.
Weird. That is a weird sentence to hear come out of anyone's mouth. That's really
It
weird.
really is, yeah. Like, wow.
Anyway,
Okay.
well, may we all drink warmer things in the morning is the bottom line. Let's get back to Taffy Guy. Okay, so we're gonna play a game here. This is fun. It's called Babble Royale. We do it on Mondays and Wednesdays rather. We do it with here with Brian Dunaway, who joins us, competes with me directly, so you can win some prizes. Brian Ibbett, please explain the rules and what he could win.
I will do that exact thing, Scott. I'm going to be giving you and Brian Dunaway a topic. I don't know, I've been switching that around. You guys are going to go back and forth giving answers that fit that topic. If Scott or Brian gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Taffy Guy, Michael, your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic today. You are playing for a pair of games. Too Dark, what's the number 2 and the word dark, Too Dark, and Sticks, Master of Shadows.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
a
good one,
fun
too.
game. Yeah, I like
Is
that.
it? Do you play that when you have too much time on your hands?
Yeah, and then there's a whole robot thing at the end that's not great. And yeah,
Yeah.
turns
Does your lady like it when you play that?
lady. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's really good. It's like this.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. It Sticks the band.
The
get it?
band sticks.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, it
it's
only-
Not the
exactly
river
same way.
sticks.
No, it only took
the
Brian
right
like 4 references to get it. Well done. Nice job there. Brian.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Today's trivia is about 6 greatest hits.
these are good. The good quality prizes. Gosh, I can't imagine what kind of topic that we'll have today. So tell us, what kind of topic will it be?
Your topic today comes to us from Mario Pierantoni, who says, hopefully this reaches you well, and sorry in advance for any mistakes. English isn't my mother tongue. Red, white, and blue is the most used. Oh, here we go. I've always been into flags and thought the following subject might be a good one for Babel Royale. Red, white, and blue are the most commonly used color combination for flags the world over. There are 29 countries with those colors, and it might be fun to let Scott and Brian guess those countries. Thanks, Mario Pierantoni from Belgium.
Pierantoni.
P.S. Hint: Belgium is not one of those countries.
Oh, good. Thanks for clearing that up.
So he gave you a little freebie there. So I have 29 countries who use the colors red, white, and blue
Jeez.
in their
This is going to be bad.
in their flags.
Slaughter. This is a slaughter. All right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So, it's countries, right? you say?
Countries.
Countries. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care about states.
No states,
or,
no
or
city
old
states.
flags that are being removed or anything like that. No, you want countries.
Yeah, countries. Like, yes.
Like countries.
If it was
yes.
nations
I
of
don't
the
know
earth.
if I can make this any clearer, but
Wait.
country.
Does it
Yes.
gotta be like a land this one country? Is that what you're saying?
What? Like, what are you asking?
Nothing.
Well, no, I think you're like, so like Australia is a land, right? That's one
Right,
country.
so a land that is is it surrounded by water?
It doesn't matter. It just
not
has to be a
continent,
nation.
So we're
Doesn't
looking
matter.
at we're not
It
not
could
like
be-
a
it
land,
could
not
be
like
an
a, not like
it
a
could be a-
peninsula, not like a right.
Is this some sort of stall technique while you come up with your ideas? What's going on?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
You have been
amazing.
stalled.
I can read you like a book on flags is what I can,
Right.
what I can do here.
There you go. All right, well,
All right.
we should figure it out.
So, Taffy Guy, knowing that is their topic, who do you want to go first and who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to say Scott to go first and to win.
And to win, really.
Wow,
Oh,
Scott
man.
first and to win.
Jeez, Taffy Guy, really.
I will clarify one thing.
Yeah.
The flag must contain all three colors. You can't just say, you can't just pick a country that uses two of those colors, for example.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
All three colors,
and,
red, white,
and no
and
countries
blue.
with yellow, right? Nothing like that. You can't.
No additional colors either. Right, exactly.
Oh, I'm
the only
really
three
glad you
colors
said that.
used on the flag have to be red, white, and blue.
Super glad you said that. Okay.
It just
yeah,
dawned on me
close
that
one there.
that might be a cause for confusion.
Well, at the very least, it'll keep me away from some weird-looking flags. Okay. Let's start with the obvious one, the American flag, the USA.
America.
Very good one to start with. United States flag, of course. Old Glory, stars and stripes, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Who did? Well, remind me who Taffy Guy picked. I was pulling up
Me.
pulling up my photo list here.
He picked me to win and
He
start,
picked you to win. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
which seems improbable, but he's still
Usually
picked
I
me.
write it down at the bottom of my sheet, and I didn't in this case. Okay,
It's all good.
Brian Dunaway, please.
Well, how about? I'm heading to France. How about that?
France, that's a good choice too. Blue, white, red, vertical stripes. That is the French flag. All in the shape of a baguette, oddly enough.
Oh, all right. Well, of course. All right.
A lot
So
of people don't know that.
I gave Brian an easy one. I'll just go ahead and take it back. Australia has the same deal.
Ow!
They got the Union
That was
Jack.
my next one.
They got the Union Jack
right.
up in the corner, and then a bunch of blue, maybe some stars out in there somehow. I forget how it looks, but I think
Indeed,
the
yes.
colors are right.
That's the southern, not
So
the
you're
Southern
gonna go
Cross.
with-
the
you're gonna go with
Southern-
the-
No, what is the
Southern.
constellation that they have on there?
Oh, I don't know.
Um,
I don't know what that's called.
It's a constellation. It's not the Southern Cross.
It's the Southern Cross.
It is the Southern. Okay, it is. I'm being correct. It is the Southern Cross.
Oh, okay. right.
Union Jack, Southern Cross, all
Weird.
together.
Weird that Scott would say, I'm going to take away the easy one from Brian and use Australia, the one with the Union Jack on it. Or you could just say the Union Jack, United Kingdom.
Yes, I love the fact that he
Weirdo.
kind of handed you one as he was taking
Right?
it. Well done. Yes.
Oh, geez.
United Kingdom, the full-on Union Jack, and also the source of
Here's your
Ginger
Union Jack.
Spice's best dress.
Oh.
I've been trying to find, by the way, I've been looking to see if anyone makes Spice Girls outfits for my Animal Crossing villagers, because I
yeah.
want them to walk around in like a big Union Jack dress and a little black dress for the Posh Spice Vivian in her wolf costume.
I
walking
love it,
around
dude.
there.
I love it. And then you can program the little song that plays when you go into the store to be,
Right.
you know. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's great. Makes me wish that game was fully moddable. You could go crazy with it.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? All right, anyway.
All right, I'm going to go with one I'm not 100% sure on, but in my head, I can picture it. I was just talking to my sister about it. I know there is at least blue background with a red crisscross. I can't remember if there's white in there.
Jump.
But I'm going to try to say Iceland.
Iceland, interesting.
Iceland. I'm looking
I
it
have
up
no clue
right
about
now.
Iceland.
It does have a little thin white stripe along the red cross. Blue background, red and white stripes. So yes, Iceland indeed. Good choice.
I wasn't sure. That was a tight one.
That sounds like crap. That's just because they didn't do a full bleed on the flag doesn't count. The white doesn't count if you don't. No.
If you don't do full bleed?
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Listen,
full bleed.
I just
print
like
term.
Yeah,
you said
print
it was a little
terms.
white stripe on the outside.
Hey,
yes.
we all come from
like
print.
a
We all come from
Yes,
print. Yeah.
They
Full
do that.
bleed.
No, they do that to help with registration in case the blue print and the red print overlap. They have a little bit of bleed space on the red stripes. I see what you're saying. Yes, correct.
Yeah. It was more of a production problem than a design decision.
I
is
like
what
that
was
idea.
saying. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway,
I'm going with Cuba.
Cuba. Cuba, good choice. Blue stripes with a red triangle. And
Did I ever tell you about my flag podcast that I do?
yeah, right.
Did I tell you about?
No.
Every day,
No,
every
you tell them?
episode, brand new flag every episode.
Right.
That'd actually be interesting. The history of every flag ever.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
would
great.
you?
Maybe I'd like watching The Big Bang Theory. Oh wait, Sheldon already does that.
I would watch. I seriously would subscribe to a podcast that does a deep dive into every nation's flag and its story. I love that kind of stuff. I would be into that. All right. The other one that's a lot like it's Australian's flag, basically, with I think some differences, but New Zealand has a very similar deal.
Yeah.
New
don't they?
Zealand does, yeah. I think a different constellation. No, it's also got the Southern Cross.
It's the Southern
Red
Cross.
stars with white borders around them, and then the Union Jack in the corner. New Zealand, another good choice for red, white, and blue flags.
All right.
All right. So this is where it gets a little tougher. I'm running out of things.
Yep, we're in the weeds.
Right. There's a few of them I'm pretty sure are red, white, and blue. And I'm not sure if I'm remembering this correctly or if I remember this incorrectly.
Okay.
But wasn't Khan, not from Star Trek, but from King of the Hill,
Oh,
wasn't he from, was it Laos? Was he was from?
Laos?
Is that
Laos, are
He's
you saying?
Laos?
Laos?
Yes, Laos, excuse me. Laos. Is that,
That makes him Laotian.
yes. Is that right? Is that where the flag also red, white, and blue is there? Do I remember some
are you
kind of
saying is that your
joke?
guess? Is what I'm saying.
Yes, that's my guess because it seemed like
Okay.
there was some kind of reference to that or something in King of the Hill, and I thought it was interesting. And I don't know if I'm just remembering something wrong or.
I was just watching him. I was just watching that dude last night. Just last night, I was watching.
Yeah, I watched it this past week because I was also watching. NBC got me to watching rerunning King of the Hill in the background because they have the Good Family. Which
Oh
is,
yeah. It's all right. It's
yeah,
not as
which
good as King of the Hill. but
Yeah,
it's
no,
all right.
it's not King of the Hill.
It's all
but
right.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
So am I correct or am I
You are
incorrect?
correct. Laos is red, white, and blue. It's a red background, a horizontal blue stripe across the middle with a white circle in the middle of the blue stripe. So Laos, good choice.
All right. Pretty sure that Russia is doing that now, and maybe it's changed over time,
Yeah,
but I'm pretty
not
sure.
the red flag anymore. They such copycats.
I'm pretty sure
Like
it's just like
Hammer and sickle. That's
stripe-
right. No,
stripe. I think.
stripe. It is white stripe on the top, blue stripe in the middle, red stripe on the bottom. That is Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Russia.
What's that ice cream called that you get the 3 flavors in? That's what it reminds me of.
Neapolitan. It's the Neapolitan of flags.
Yep. There you go. All right.
All right.
Back on you, bud. I am in the weeds now, though. By the way.
I think I have one more.
Okay.
I think I have one more. I'm gonna find out in about 2 seconds here, but I think Panama's flag is red, white, and blue as well.
Panama.
I think, and I don't like how you're stalling and waiting and singing another song. So I need you to go ahead and put me out of my misery.
Panama,
Gibbets.
indeed. Red, white, and blue. It's kind of
Yes!
like a checkerboard, 4 squares. Top right, red. Bottom left, blue. And then the opposite squares are white backgrounds with colored stars in each
You
side.
sunk my
So,
battleship.
Yeah, you
there
did.
you go. Almost looks like a semaphore. It looks more like a semaphore flag to me than a country flag, you know?
By the way, we can for full disclosure, back on my wall over here, because I have 3 siblings that are Korean.
Yes.
I have a small plastic Korean flag over here. Just take that one off the table because it has black on it, and that I assume you're counting black as a color, so it is red, white, and blue, but has black.
Absolutely, black is a color.
Okay, just saying, take that off. All right,
white is the color too.
Yeah, that's true.
Additional colors. I'm sorry. So additional colors disqualify.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
Okay,
so he
okay,
could not
okay.
say South Korea because there are black stripe or black emblems around the red and blue yin yang symbol in the middle.
Gotcha.
So I worked with a girl in the mid-aughts named Katya, who was an immigrant.
Don't start me on Katya. Go ahead.
She's the worst. No, she was all right. She was nice. She was this
not the Katya I know.
She was this person that I knew who had a very thick accent, and I remember she had a backpack with her flag of origin on it.
Okay.
She was Slovakian, and I'm pretty sure the Slovakia flag, I hope I'm right, it only has the 3 colors and not a 4th.
It does indeed. Yes. A white stripe, a blue stripe, and a red stripe in the background. And then foreground is a shield with a red shield with a blue bottom half and a white cross, a double horizontal cross on it. So Slovakia.
She used to always say, Scott, why you always eat the hamburger? Why you eat the hamburger? Why not you try something more healthy for the lunchtime? You always have the hamburger, she'd say. She was a health nut, and she used to just tear into me every day. Anyway, she was right, by the way.
Right.
In the end, she was right.
Yeah, right. Let's see.
All right. I think I might be the only one.
Food shaming Katya.
Yeah.
I caught you eating a hamburger.
The Katya I know is a help support system from a place that I've been working with on some tech stuff, and she's a meanie. Anyway.
Oh, man. Sorry.
I
hope you don't have another one because I think I'm out.
I hope I don't have another one either because it would surprise me. I'm just going to randomly.
I can't think of it anymore.
At this point, I'm just because I can think. I see a lot of flags, but every time I see one, I'm like, oh, but it has a little bear over on it with either black or some kind of. It seems like everything I'm thinking of has animals. I'm trying to think of the basic flags that are just colors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And all I can see is stuff like Texas, and I'm like, yeah, they wish there was a country, but not really.
Japan still
I'm
has.
thinking of flags that I have no clue about. I kind of know how the Iranian flag looks.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure how the Iraq flag looks. If they even changed the flag at this point, I don't know. So I'm gonna go with just a random stab and just say the new Iraqi flag now looks a lot more like the American flag because that's what we do.
I'm afraid it doesn't.
No! Man. Dang it.
White and black with some green symbols in the middle, maybe text. The picture I'm looking at is kind of small. I should just pull up a bigger one, but it's nope, it is not red, white, and blue.
Can I take one guess, one tiny guess for one more? Okay. The one I was trying to think of is got some local connection to it. The Samoan, America Samoa, or what's it called? Is it America Samoa?
It's called Samoa.
Just Samoa? Is that
it? It is a red flag with a blue square in the corner with the Southern Cross. Again, Southern Cross. Really, they get a lot of mileage out of that Southern Cross.
Yeah.
Here's everything else you could have said: Cambodia, Chile, Costa Rica, Croatia, Czech Republic, Dominican Republic, Fiji. Fiji actually has a very similar flag to Australia and New Zealand with the Union Jack up at the corner, but no stars. Liberia, Luxembourg, Nepal. Nepal's got that weird double triangle flag. Like it's not a rectangle. It's kind of like 2 triangles, two pennants. The Netherlands, North Korea, Norway. Of course. Paraguay, Samoa, as you said, Serbia, Slovenia, and Thailand.
How about Denmark? Denmark? You didn't say Denmark, did you?
I did not say Denmark because Denmark is
I should have got the
just red
Netherlands.
and white. Looks like,
oh, that's just red and white. Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Because there's a bunch of those European flags. They all look identical except the color use, right? Like they're all that sort of half cross or like sideways cross. And then some are blue. Like Finland, I think, has the same, something similar. I don't know.
Finland. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you think of Finland, Denmark, Switzerland. Switzerland basically looks like the Swiss Army knife logo. It's the little white cross with a red background.
Yeah.
Denmark extends that to the borders, right? It stretches that out. And then Finland is the same thing with a white background and blue, a blue cross on it.
I guess I could look them up now that we're done. But yeah, that's interesting. So if we don't have, or what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Now my brain hurts because I really worked hard on this one. You know what? I feel pretty good about it. Let me just say this.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Taffy guy, you picked the right horse, dude. How does it feel to back the right horse?
First?
Yeah, I did go first, and I won. How do you like them apples?
I figured going first would be a good advantage.
It was because I was out. Well, I guess I wasn't out because I also knew the Samoa, but that was a guess. Okay, so for those who are wondering, wait, why does he think Samoa is a local thing? Here in Utah, we have a big cultural section of our state comprised of Polynesian folks. Samoa, what's the other one? Not Samoa and Tonga. Lots of Tongans, lots of Samoans, and they have a lot of stuff going on here, including back in the before times when we could have events and parties and stuff. They would have Samoa days downtown, and you go downtown and eat amazing food and all that.
Be a lot of graham crackers with marshmallows and chocolate in them, right?
Yeah, that's it. Samoas.
Yeah.
Give me some
Girl
Samoas,
Scout.
please.
I guess it'd be the Girl Scout cookies would be the better joke.
Somebody from Boston going, I want a Samoa. Anyway, that's that. All right. Well done, dude. I'm glad you won. Now, as you know, all you got to do, it's super simple, is send an email to coverville@gmail.com. Brian will hook you up with your code, codes, and you'll install them, you'll play them, and you'll have a great time. Thanks so much for playing, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Sounds like he was under a blanket that whole time, but that's okay.
He was under a wall of taffy.
Yeah. It's totally
That's not a bad plan.
No, it's not a bad plan at all. In these trying times, cover yourself in taffy. I always say.
These times.
Like a bird cage, just to cover yourself with a blanket.
There you go. You have it. You've got it right there.
Push yourself down.
Hey, Dunaway, anything cool happening in your life over the next few days you want to tell folks about?
I'm on day 5 of my self-quarantine. It's great. Somebody send me some cookies.
You could probably arrange that.
Yeah, you can have Oreos delivered.
Can you?
I need something, man. I don't know. This has been the longest 5 days of my life.
Well, play a lot of video games. That'll work for you. And
I can't. I have to work from home.
Oh.
That makes it even longer.
Yeah, that's true. How do you get? Okay, if I was to order Oreos, what, Postmates? Is that my choice to get somebody?
If you need them that quickly, I was thinking you could just do Prime shipping, get them from Amazon, but.
I need them quickly.
Yeah, Postmates you could get at the grocery, right? Or have them pick them up at the grocery store and bring them to your house.
There you go. It's the gig economy, everybody. Brian Dunaway, he is a dork, and this weekend he'll be on Film Sack with us. We're doing, what are we doing? We pushed something ahead, didn't we? Speed 2. Speed 2.
Speed 2.
Speed.
We gotta watch Speed 2.
2.
Don't go too fast.
Speed the second.
The collision course, or whatever the full name is. Yes.
How fast does this boat have to go this time?
I don't know.
20.
We'll find out.
It's not.
What's the knots equivalent of 55?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be great if Sammy Hagar saying, I can't sail 50 knots. That'd be great. Anyway, Dunaway, goodbye. All right, he's out. That was great. I'm looking at flags now, and man, was I never going to get these. There's a
lot of them. Yeah, I mean, you looked at some of these as like, oh yeah, never would have guessed this one in a million years, or this one. Or...
Like I'm looking at Malaysia, and I could have maybe guessed Malaysia, but that's yellow, not white. Or I guess there's white, but it's like another thing. I don't know. Flags are weird. Who comes up with these ideas? Like, some of them are like, hey, we're Bulgaria. What if it was just white, green, and red? Like, what's the meaning?
It's usually to represent something in that country's formation, or a revolution or a battle that's important to that country.
Yeah, they're supposed to be your banner, right? Your thing.
Right. It's like, red, represents the blood that our people spilled on the battlefield, and white represents the medical personnel, and blue because our main export is blueberries.
There you go. I like Bahrain. They got this cool choppy chop thing with the white and the red, that's a cool flag. Like I could see somebody on a battlefield like carrying that around. In Albania
what
too.
would be if there was a Frog Pants flag? What would be on it? Just the circular Frog Pants symbol, probably, right?
Yeah. But see, what I would aim for is more of the simplicity. Like, look at Japan. White flag, red dot. Boom. Just like
right, rising sun. I mean, it's,
Yeah. And I think I would want that. So maybe it would be, I mean, it's copyrighted, so I probably couldn't, but like a big black Space Invader on a red background.
There you go. I love it.
Something like that.
Idea.
That's cool.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so there you go. Enjoy that. Or we enjoyed that is what I meant to say. Now we'll enjoy a break. We're going to take one. When Tom comes in, he's going to tell us all about the tech of the world. We're going to have recommendals with Nicole. Plenty coming up right after this. Brian, before we go, though, tell people what is happening with Coverville today.
Yeah, this cover, or this Indie in the Middle, is brought to you by Coverville, featuring a birthday cover story today for a guy.
We got to remember that the Illuminati, these guys like Chris, like Beyonce, like Jay-Z, like Rihanna, okay, those are, like Angelina, like Brad, like, okay, all of those people that we see in the limelight all the time, they're the puppets. You got to think about like Satan doing his little puppet strings, right? They're the puppets.
I'm looking for a trendy girl with a simple smile.
The Morning Stream. Mathematics is the only true universal language.
All right, that was officially one of my favorite Indie in the Middles. I love that.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Just a nice, sweet song. The Sea. The song is Fall Before the Climb. Again, the brand new album comes out at the end of August. I pre-ordered it. You should do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm legit interested in that entire
Yeah. Or you could just,
record.
just listen to it on Spotify like everybody else does these
Like
times.
the rest of the world. That's it, right.
These days.
Not giving any money to the artists anymore. We're just giving it all to the big fat cats in Wall Street. Whatever that means. All right, check this out.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
Must it? Yes, it must. And the man in this case is Tom Merritt. He's here every Wednesday to talk about the world of tech because he prepares for the Daily Tech News Show on a morningly basis. And every time that happens, something new pops up on the radar. So we're hanging out with Tom this morning. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I am totally funded for Current Geek Chronicles. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm also funded for Current Geek Chronicles, which means
Oh my God, what a coincidence.
We can finally pay our production staff for the incredible work they're doing.
They're so hungry.
Yeah, they need to eat. We had a really great response so far because so we made a promise early on that if we funded during the window, the 30-day window, we would let people get the first episode just like right away, and so we did. And I've gotten nothing but really great feedback. People are like, whoa, you guys undersold this. And I'm like, that's the problem with a project like this. It's really hard to describe it till you hear it.
You kind of have to listen to it. Yeah. Because neither one of us are the kind to go, we have just made the best thing ever. Oh my gosh.
No.
Partly because I don't know about you, Scott, but I always fear like, but what if I'm wrong?
Right.
Everyone goes, you said it was the best thing ever. It's not that great.
Exactly. Plus, it's just not in me to
You're
do.
like trying to oversold it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have undersold than oversold.
I'm a terrible marketer of my own work, and it's actually easier for me to do when Tom's on board because I can say, oh yeah, Tom's doing this amazing thing, and I don't have to talk about me so much. But I'm glad that it did because people are going to get to hear this stuff. I'm super stoked. When you get episode 2, you're all going to freak out. But we're now hard at work. We got it. We nailed it. Good job. There's still some stretch goals if you want to still get on those and get some cool stuff. So go check that out over at support.
One of the stretch goals is larger meals for Rich and Hammond.
That's right.
Now wait, I may be wrong about that.
Just seconds. Whatever seconds means in this.
I can help.
Yeah, they get to have 2 meals a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna keep those boys fed. But anyway,
Hammond's all worried that we're trying to peg him as eating too much. We're like, no, this is not about your actual eating habits, Evan.
Yeah, when we say we need to feed them, we just mean, I don't know, it's a weird way of putting it.
Yeah.
We want to pay them
way of saying we want to pay them for the great work that they do.
Exactly. And now we get to, and I'm glad.
In chat right now, like, I'm not fat. You're not.
You're not.
We are not body shaming Hammond.
Yes.
Just fluffy.
Yes, you're just fluffy and wonderful.
And Brian might be, but we are not.
Yeah, we are not. So anyway, check it out. Support.currentgeek.com if you want to go read about what's going on. Also, if you've already subscribed to the Current Geek RSS feed that we've always had, it's on there. Like, you don't have to go do anything new. Just update your players, and boom, there it is. And if you haven't subscribed, it's out there. So go get it. All right, Tom Merritt, to the whole tech point. What's going on today? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Sarah Lane runs the show on Wednesday as far as what goes in the lineup. Of course, we all cooperate and everything, but she sort of helms the thing. So I don't know if this will end up making it in or not. But Major League Baseball is playing crowd noise from MLB The Show during its games. Remember that Major League Baseball.
We talked a little bit about this yesterday with the Tampa Bay Rays doing cardboard cutouts and video game crowd noise.
Yeah. No, that's good to know.
All of Major League Baseball is doing it. Well, not the cutouts, although the Dodgers are also doing the cutouts. But the MLB The Show got their noise from San Diego studios, which compiled it during actual games over several seasons. But on top of that, did you guys hear that you'll be able to affect the crowd noise?
No.
Through the app.
No way, really?
Yeah.
No, this is great.
That's super cool. I assume that the audio is, I mean, I've played the show, or a version, or 1 year of it anyway. It's a excellent sound work. And so what I assume they're doing is they're not just playing raw audio from the disc. They're doing this dynamically. They must be if we get to control it. So tell us how that works.
Yeah. So I'm not quite clear on all the options. I haven't found a really good write-up of what the crowd noise options are. But the folks in charge of this at the stadium, and I assume it's somebody either running just this or maybe running, walk-up music and all of that, decides when to make the crowd noise swell, when to have chants, stuff like that. Even booing is part of this if something goes bad. So this will be under a human's control. It's not automatic, but what they're going to do is allow you to go to the MLB app, register what team you're a fan of. So you say like, oh, I'm a Cardinals fan, or I'm a Dodgers fan, or I'm a Giants fan, or whatever.
Sure.
And then you can decide to cheer or boo via the app. And all of those choices during a game will be reflected in a real-time fan sentiment graph for the person running the iPad, and they will take those cues. And if it's like, oh, a bunch of our home team fans are booing, then they'll boo. I assume that because I have a human in control, that'll keep it from being griefed.
Yeah.
Where people, sign up as the other team's favorite and then try to boo all the time. There'll be some human discretion over this. But I think it's pretty cool that you can actually be in the crowd sort of through the app.
Yeah. And if you're a Rays fan, like we mentioned yesterday, you can get your cardboard cutout. Now everything's good. You got the whole thing.
Yeah,
there.
you get a cardboard cutout potentially, be in the crowd that way.
So are you going to be able to, we're going to be able to watch these games, telecast versions of these games, and we're going to hear all that as if the crowd was there ourselves, right? Just as viewers.
It's a little weird. I've been watching some of the exhibition games on the MLB.com app, and it feels like you're watching a game. It doesn't sound fake. If you're not paying attention, it's like, oh yeah, no, there's the crowd. It's in the background, cheering and everything. But then there's a little dissociation when they take a wide shot and there's, two guys from the team that are off that day with masks on sitting in the stands, and that's it.
Yeah, that is weird. I think it would be, I mean, it's a weird disconnect, but I also think that there's a benefit to the sound, especially like the NBA was, and they just talk about this in the NBA stuff as well. The crowd noise isn't just there to help the crowd, and it's not just there to help the players feel like somebody's rooting for them, or that there's a swell of sound when something cool happens or anything. That matters too. But also they're used to sort of shouting over it and saying things to each other in less than hushed tones about strategic choices they want to make for the next play or whatever. Like they
kill the umpire.
They want to have that feeling that they can still behave in the way that they're used to playing, and not have it feel too weird. So I don't know. I think this is, I would rather we're not doing this at all. But like I said at the beginning of this pandemic,
sure, yeah.
I love that we're getting to experiment in weird ways because we have to, so we may as well. And this is a really interesting thing. I'm actually excited to see how it plays, like how this sounds, how it feels when I watch it. I haven't watched a game, exhibition or otherwise, but when's the first game? Like season game?
July 23rd, so Thursday evening are the first 2 games, and then a full slate on Friday.
Okay, so tomorrow we get to find out how it sounds, everybody.
They haven't. I don't know what they've been using. Maybe just recorded crowd noise for the English Premier League stuff, but
yeah, I think they used FIFA. I have not properly researched that, but I saw a headline flit by that they were using FIFA video game noise for that.
See, video games, they're cool. That's what I say.
They're great.
Well, it makes sense, right? It makes it sound like, oh, they're playing the video game during the game, which is not really what's going on.
Right.
It's in creating these video games, they wanted them to be as realistic as possible, so they went and they collected really realistic crowd noise, actual real crowd noise, and figured out how to make it sound natural.
Studio.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's fascinating to me. All right, well,
totally.
More on that and other things. Maybe I think that it will make the show today. It just feels.
We're breaking news. Yeah. Sarah Lane just slacked me. She's like, "Oh, I like that MLB story."
See,
so
we're in.
Looks like it might make it into the show.
Yeah, and I always love a good gaming story to chat on the show because I'm on there today. That's what happens on Wednesdays. So look forward to that today, 2:30 Mountain Time. More details at dailytechnewsshow.com. Tom, anything else going on this week besides the current geek funding you want to mention?
I mean, not really. There's Work Insanity with Patrick Beja. If you're working from home, there's a full, complete season 1 in there. If you're like, I need to hear someone talking about this, I'm experiencing this alone, we are there for you. Go check that out, workinsanity.net. And Know a Little More is a new series that you can find in your podcatcher at knowalittlemore.com that goes deep dive into single topics every week, and this week we'll be talking about ultra wideband on tomorrow's episode. So you've been hearing about this tracker technology that's going to be coming. That Apple might put out their own tags, etc. That's all explained tomorrow. KnowAlittleMore.com.
Nice, Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter and the Daily Tech News Show. Check it out today, 2:30 Mountain Time. We'll see you then.
Yep.
Bye now. Yep. I want to save that. Hold on.
Yeah, isolate that one.
Here it is. Yep. Okay, we're going to take that. I'm just going to take it out real quick. We're going to say yip is spelled Y-I-P, Tom Merritt.
Tom, you want to go out for some Thai food for lunch?
Let me give you an answer to that. Okay, so Thai.
Hey, Tom, you want to go out for some Thai food for lunch today?
Hold on. Oh, gosh.
Oh,
okay,
geez Louise.
Do it one more time. Okay, ready, go.
All right. Hey, Tom, how does or do you want to go out for some Thai food? I can't really say how does it sound. Do you want to go out for some Thai food for lunch today?
Yep. There you go. See? We got it finally.
Yeah.
Oh, it only took 400 tries. Well done, Scott. Well done. All right.
What's Vern's last name on Trading Spaces?
I'm pretty sure it's Yip. There you go. Was it really Yip? Was that?
Yeah, Vern Yip.
Vern Yip. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. I don't know why I didn't know that. Or I don't remember that. Anyway, let's go ever forward, never backwards here. We're gonna get Nicole all up in it. She has been away for a couple of weeks, and one was because she had a thing, and then last time it was because I had a thing. So
I've actually forgotten what Nicole sounds like. I don't know if I'm gonna recognize her voice when she answers.
Right.
It's been so long.
Same. She's
a long time.
She's a mysterious mystery wrapped in a riddle, covered in enigma.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
all of those things.
Now this. Hey, check it out, you guys. It is truly the one and the only Nicole Spagnolo, all the way from Colorado, her own self. Hello, Nicole. Welcome back. She's muted.
Muted. Hey, Tom, is Nicole muted?
Oh, wait. Sorry. I don't, Tom. Hey, Tom. Yep. Oh, there. Okay. Nicole, hi. We can hear you now. How are you? Oh, we could. Now we can't.
No, we can't hear you. I don't know what you were hearing.
I thought I heard a little something, but maybe I didn't hear it. We don't hear it yet. Yep.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Do we hear her now? Yep.
Fix it.
Hey, Tom, is she still off? Yep. Okay, well, I can hear at the end of that file. Listen. Yep. I hear you.
Yeah, you hear me chuckling. Yeah. You're
going,
going to have to do some isolation. Edit that down.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Oh, hi. We can totally hear you now.
Yay.
I'm on the built-in mic. There's something. It's been too long, apparently.
Mark. I blame Mark. Don't worry. Hey, no stress. You sound fine no matter what mic you're on. No worries.
I tried unplugging and replugging it. That usually fixes it.
Yeah.
But that didn't.
Not today. Not in these
Hey,
uncertain
look at my
times.
mug. Look at my mug.
Oh, hey, I got the same mug today. Yeah, same mug today. Very nice. It's my favorite mug I think I've made just because it's dumb and it's a bad joke. Plus, it reminds me that I want to do another Nerdtacular and I can't do one yet, and it makes me sad. Because
Makes me sad too.
2020 was going to be the time, man. I almost pulled that trigger. Glad I didn't. I would be in debt right now.
Oh my god.
Well, we've got the space at Snowbird.
Yeah, they probably would have. Whatever we would have done, they probably would have carried it over a year or whatever.
Yeah, they would have reimbursed you or carried it over the next year or whatever.
It's like flights and stuff. Nobody's going to screw anybody too bad, I don't think. But anyway, hey, speaking of not screwing anybody over, we got the full meal deal here today. We got Nicole back. We're pretty stoked about that. We're going to talk about recommendals, things we saw on streaming services that we like to recommend to people. And tradition says we have to start with Brian because it just does. That's the rule. So,
sure.
So Brian, tell me anything about this clip before I play it.
This will be extremely obvious if for no other reason than the name of the movie comes up, I think, as the second word of dialogue.
Oh my gosh.
That you're going to hear.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
Dickie Greyhound, what is your damage?
Greyhound, our guns couldn't have pressed far enough to do any damage, but at 20 yards, the shells went right through us without detonating.
Are you seaworthy?
Yeah, all 3 hits were well above the waterline, sir. We'll have our holes patched and we'll be back in the hunt.
Very good. Return to your screening station at best speed.
Direct hit on Mount 43, sir. Damage control reports fire at back frame 24. There's no flooding below the waterline and the casualty count is coming, sir.
All right, so Greyhound, I assume.
Greyhound. The second word spoken in that dialogue. There isn't a lot of dialogue in this thing, so this was and not a lot of dialogue that isn't. Shoreman, watch out! Watch out for the bomb! Oh, run! Okay, go to the other side. Oh, it's on fire! Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But no, it follows. Tom Hanks gets to be the captain again. Actually, he's a U.S. Navy commander on his first wartime assignment in command of an escort vessel that's taking a bunch of ships across this channel, where he won't get any air support for a certain amount of time, and so it's his job to keep the Nazis away and basically protect these vessels.
Okay, true story, I'm assuming, right?
True, inspired by true events.
Okay,
is the way they describe it, based on a book called The Good Shepherd by C.S. Forster.
Okay.
So Tom Hanks gets to be the captain again. Yay! I'm the captain now. Look at me. Look at me. This is actually supposed to be released in theaters in June, but they decided, you know what, we're gonna just put it direct to streaming. So if you have Apple TV Plus, boom, you get to watch this. You don't have to pay anything extra to watch it. It is available. If you've bought an iPad or an iPhone or an Apple Watch in the last year, you probably get your free Apple TV Plus to watch this. But in any case, it's worth it. Came out July 10th, so a week and a half ago, a couple weeks ago, and is really good. In addition to Tom Hanks, the only other recognizable person for me was Elizabeth Shue.
Who just talked about her the other day.
Appears in this, and she's great. But she's obviously not on since it's 1942, she's not on the ship.
Yeah, good point.
So Sidon in the chat made me laugh. He said, if you have Apple TV Plus, then frankly, Apple is as surprised about that as you are.
Oh, it's a pretty good. They got a good lineup for the money.
They've got that M. Shyamalan Servant series, which was excellent.
Ding dong.
Yeah, that's
Shyamalan.
cool.
You've been watching. You've been watching a lot of Apple.
I've been taking advantage of that free year that I got for buying this Apple iPhone 10R a few months ago. But it's Mythic Quest I think was great. For All Mankind was great. Defending Jacob. There is a lot of really good content. There's more stuff coming. There's the Beastie Boys documentary, and then they're also working on one, a Billie Eilish documentary. No, it's somebody else, some other documentary for Apple TV Plus. So
I like their Beastie Boys ones a lot. The one you mentioned is great.
Yeah,
Finally
I
watched
heard it's
that.
really good. I have not seen it yet, so.
I think someone who saw it and told me to watch that. I thought it was you.
Was
now,
it
now,
me?
now I don't know who I talked to. But I heard it was great. It was just too short, and it should have been like 6 or 7 episodes. Maybe it was Jury or something. I don't remember. The other guy that's in this thing that you didn't mention, which is fine because he's not like a household name or anything, but his name is Rob Morgan. I really like that guy. Right. He's in Stranger Things, Mudbound, Daredevil. Rad actor. He plays the character of Cleveland.
Yeah. Actually, he was in all 4, or no, he was in The Defenders, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist on Netflix.
Oh, I didn't know he made all of them, but ended up in everything. That's crazy.
Oh, and Luke Cage.
Oh, wow.
And Daredevil. Yes, he was in everything then. He was in all of the Marvel Netflix stuff.
That's cool. I like that dude a lot. He's a cool actor. But anyway, this is definitely one I wanted to see. I didn't realize it was bound for theaters and then didn't happen.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can buy this without... Like, if you don't have Apple TV Plus, can you just buy it like a $20 purchase somewhere?
Not to my knowledge, I think it's got an exclusive, at least currently an exclusive arrangement with Apple TV Plus.
Okay, yeah, they'll probably... I mean, they have to probably do something. If they want it to be Oscar consideration stuff, they have to do some distribution gymnastics, but I don't know if they're planning on doing that or not, but...
Yeah, I don't know. The other good thing, it's a 90-minute war film, which is again pretty rare. And I would not be surprised to see this thing get some Oscar attention next year.
Here it is. I was just checking Amazon. They have the tie-in novel, but with Tom Hanks on it, but no access to the film. Okay, anyway, that's interesting. All right.
Maybe eventually it'll get expanded out to some of the other streaming services, but for right now it's Apple TV Plus. And I think you can even get a free 7-day trial of Apple TV Plus. So
oh yeah, you can totally get a free trial. Sure.
Watch this. Watch. I guess of all the things that I've seen on there, probably Defending Jacob would be the very next thing that I'd see, followed by Servant and For All Mankind.
Yeah.
And then Mythic Quest. Yeah. Maybe pay for a month.
Yeah.
maybe spend $7 or $8 and get it for a month.
I finally started Central Park, and it's good too. I'm not very far in it. But
I haven't seen Central Park. So this is by the Bob's Burgers. It's the musical animated show, right?
Yeah, and it's very good so far. I think it's
okay.
It's going to be my jam.
News about it, so I was hesitant, but
so that might be my my recommendal today, because here's what I watched a lot of, and I didn't do a clip for it. I watched a lot of TNG episodes. I watched a lot of King of the Hill over the last week, and then peripherally watching, partly sort of in and out watching a freaking Gilmore Girls with my wife again. So I am a terrible recommendal this week.
Recommending the Old Guard?
Because the Old Guard. Oh yeah, why am I not doing the Old Guard? I did watch the Old Guard.
I saw you tweet about that. I'm like, oh, well, that's what he's going to use for recommendal.
You know what it is? Sometimes I see things and then I forget it happened.
I do the same thing, Scott.
I'm gonna. You know what?
Allow me to co-recommendal that with you because I thought it was excellent.
I'm gonna go ahead and recommend The Old Guard. It's a film on Netflix that was also rumored to be headed toward theaters, but ended up happening there. I think it's probably better that it happened there. I think it's the perfect kind of action, fun kind of movie for a streaming service like this. To me, it reminds me a little of the Hemsworth thing that came out a few months ago.
Extraction.
Yeah, Extraction. There's something in between a streaming premiere and a theater premiere, and both of these movies fit on the streaming side, in my opinion. And it doesn't mean I'm saying they're bad. I'm just saying I think they're best suited for that. And it's done really well on there. It's been in their top 10, I guess, since it debuted, or it's been number 1 for whatever. But anyway, I'll say I liked it. I did like it. It's based on a comic book. I think the concepts and stuff they do are pretty cool. Charlize Theron's always great. I forgot her name that plays the new girl, the new immortal in there.
Yes,
she's awesome.
Kiki Lane, I think.
She's so cool.
She is really good. Yeah.
Did you say Kiki Lane?
Is it Kiki
Lane? Yeah.
Well, she's going to have a huge career. I'm telling you right now. She's going to be enormous. Anyway, it's very good. I also think it's pulpy and a little tropey, and it's got problems.
They set it up for a fun sequel too.
Oh, totally. Like, it's very pulpy, very comic booky. And so if you're looking for that, you're going to really enjoy it. So yeah, there's my recommendal. I just don't have a clip for it. Check it out. It's The Old Guard, available now on Netflix.
Glad I could help.
Thanks. Nicole, you've got one. What did you see?
So I have to ask, because we haven't talked in like 2 weeks. Did you guys talk about?
I'm Brian. He's Scott.
Yeah,
I know. Did you guys talk about Hamilton?
I did. I gushed over it. Yeah.
I didn't want to do a clip because I didn't want like YouTube to take. I'm sure there's like copyright stuff.
Oh yeah, the mute. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard
and
to
that
play
is the song I would have recommended. I cannot stop listening to King George's.
Even when we saw the play,
I've never seen the play.
Like basically, we and the guy who came the troupe that came through Denver and performed Hamilton, the guy who played King George was a fan of TMS. So after the show, we got to go backstage. I actually stood on the rotating Hamilton stage. It wasn't rotating at the time.
That's cool, dude.
And we went out and had ice cream afterwards.
I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos that like break down the performance and all the little hidden things. I'm like obsessed with Hamilton.
I know, it's so good. It's one of those very few things in life. I feel, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I feel like it absolutely exceeded the hype, and the hype was thick.
It was thick. I was thinking I was not going to like it at all.
I knew I'd like it. I did too. Did you, dude? Oh, there's this part.
I cried. I was like, "Am I supposed to be crying? What is going on?"
The part where Washington does his speech in song form of him saying, I don't want to do a third term," and he's stepping down, and it starts with him telling that, and then Hamilton writes the speech, and then it bleeds into him actually delivering the speech, and crescendos in that music. Kim was sitting next to me. I freaking got up and I went, whoa! Like I was so into it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It exceeds everything that you think it's going to be. And people are going to hear us say this and go, whatever, I didn't like it. We're not saying everybody, okay? But I'm telling you right now, if you think you don't like it, just go watch it. And
Hold on, I got to yell at my kids.
Go for it. Do it. Loud as you can.
Hold on.
We'll do it. I'll do it together.
Yes.
I'm going to mute.
Okay, she's muting us. Oh, check it out. Look at that. That is some mom business right there going on. Thumbs up.
Or else. Oh, we caught the very tail end of that.
No, I get mom, and it wasn't a bad mom. I was prepared for a bad mom. He's playing the new Paper Mario game.
Yeah.
The origami game, and he got, I think, the blue streamer. Whatever.
Yeah. Greg for Walkman also just a quick
coffee.
Quick reminder from Greg. He says, "Hey, isn't the guy that plays King George that dude from Mindhunter?" Yeah, it is.
Sure is.
It's a weird revelation when you realize who you're looking at, because when I saw him as the king and he's out there doing it, and he's doing it, and I went, I know this face. It's like, how do I know his face? And it drove me crazy.
That song reminds me, it has like essence of, there's a song in Hedwig and the Angry Inch where talking about put on my makeup. I don't know why I'm connecting those two a lot. There's similarities.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie, by the way.
That's another great movie.
Yeah. It's very good. All right.
That's not my recommendal. I figure you guys already talked about it. I just wanted to say I had a very emotional response when I watched it, and I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I did too. It's all I could think of for days. Anyway, go ahead.
I still can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right. So here is my clip for the movie. It's on HBO.
HBO. Here we go. Hit and play. Here we go.
My dad was a pioneer. He sacrificed himself for the search for intelligent life. My dad was the program.
I'm meaning to see this.
I was 16 when he left, 29 when he disappeared, and
archived message received 27 years.
That's that.
2 days ago.
Roy, this is a message from your father. I'm coming at you from the Lima Project. Just on our way past Jupiter and ultimately on to Neptune. I know you have seen that we have excited real and enormous interest around the world, and we are grateful for it.
No Country for Old Astronauts. No. That's Ad Astra, correct?
That is Ad Astra. I wasn't sure what I was getting into. hadn't really studied up on it. I just knew Brad Pitt was in it. Didn't really watch any trailers. So I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, it's in the essence, it boils down to the relationship between a father and a son, and the desire to want to make family members proud, but also not being able to get past trauma, I guess. Yeah. A big trauma in his life. So Brad Pitt, his name's Roy. You kind of follow him and you get glimpses into his life. I guess he was married in the movie to, who's that?
Angelina Jolie.
No. Oh, Aerosmith's
Jennifer
daughter.
Aniston. Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler. Yeah, Liv Tyler.
Aerosmith's
Sorry, I
daughter.
was blanking on her name.
Daughter of all of Aerosmith.
So you get a sense in the movie that he's insanely he's like detached from just everyone, his feelings. Like he has some real stuff that he's working through.
Yeah.
And this is a futuristic world where we've colonized Mars. You heard in that clip his father who had sent a message, and that's played by Tommy Lee Jones. And there's weird stuff happening. Oh my God, my son.
It makes any difference. We can barely hear him. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I can barely hear him.
So it's just, I'm not sure why they called it Ad Astra. Do you know why they're called it Ad Astra?
I don't remember. Someone explained this to me at some.
Oh, there's a Google. Why did they call it?
There is a Google.
There is a Google.
It just simply translated Ad Astra means to the stars.
To the stars.
So,
there it is.
So it is a space movie, and it's about kind of going beyond, yourself and metaphorically and physically. I really enjoyed it.
It's Latin. Yeah. Sorry, I was finding the origin of it, but of course it's Latin.
When he goes to one of my favorite actresses is in this. She plays on Preacher.
Dee Dee Gardner?
No. Ruth
Mega.
Yep.
Yeah, she's great.
I love her.
She is awesome. And holy cow, you and Mark watching Preacher got me to finish the
season 3
series, seasons 3 and 4.
Season 3, I think is amazing.
Season 3 is excellent, but I mean, it leads right into season 4. Did you finish the whole thing?
We haven't finished 4 yet.
Okay.
We devoured season 3, but 4 were just I wasn't as compelled.
Oh my God. Okay.
So, but
well,
it's still a good show. I'm gonna finish. It's the last season, so
it leaves things in a dark place between Cass and Preacher. 3 does. But God, that was a great final season, great finale. But anyway, thank you for reminding me that I never finished Preacher, and now I finished it, and I'm so happy I did.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Ad Astra. It's deals with space and sci-fi and where we could go and space travel and all that stuff, but also has a real, at the core of it, a good human connection story.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, Ruth Negga was in. She was in the Warcraft movie. She played Lady Taria.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember who
I've been meaning to see Loving. That was she got a Academy Award nomination for Best Actress for that, but we never saw it. It was like 3 years ago. And, but I hear obviously she wouldn't in Loving, but apparently she's got an Irish accent.
Oh, she's Irish, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm not gonna do the Irish accent inside your movie. Sure. Forget about it.
That's exactly what she sounds like. But, she is so compelling and
she's great. She was in World War Z with Brad Pitt as a World Health Organization doctor. Yeah, so they worked together before. Watch out. Brad Pitt has a tendency to hook up with the people he works with. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he does. Yes.
Got a history. Watch out. All right.
I love Brad Pitt.
That's great. I've been meaning to see this for a very long time, so I'm glad you recommended it and reminded me. HBO Max. I'm really liking HBO Max, by the way. Just as a kind of a comment about how far in we are to using that service, it has been. I've gotten a ton of value out of it in its new form, more than I was getting out of HBO Go, because it's not just movies and HBO originals I'm catching on there. There's all sorts of cool stuff. So, kind of thumbs up right now for HBO Max. It's got its problems.
So I have HBO Go. I went in last night and they're like, this is no longer going to be available.
Yeah, exactly. Here on the last days of HBO Go.
HBO
so
Go
what
is,
do I do
is
instead?
Gone. Max, that's it. You already have it. Just download the new app.
do?
Yeah, download the new app and you have HBO Max.
Probably. I mean, it depends on where you're getting your HBO Go. If you're getting it through AT&T, then yeah, you've got Max automatically.
Yeah. Direct TV.
Dark TV.
Direct TV. Ooh, I want dark TV.
Yeah.
Dark TV.
So wait, Direct TV, like, are you getting it through? So you're getting it through a cable provider? Is that how you're doing it?
Yeah.
Oh. Then you probably have HBO Max already.
Yeah, you should have Max. Every time, my understanding is that all the apps just convert over. That like Go is going away, or not Go, but Now or whatever is going away.
Go bye.
HBO gone. But it's a different pay structure, I think, for HBO Max than it is for HBO Go. So you've got to you might have to re-up. I don't know.
Do you?
I have to tell you this though.
Mine just flipped over. Yeah.
I'm seriously thinking about going back to cable and getting rid of cutting the cord and getting rid of all.
You're going to reconnect the cord?
Why? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? For real? Why do you want to do that?
My kids.
Yeah.
Your kids, Marty.
They're obsessed with YouTube, and I don't think I could take it anymore.
Oh, well, just block YouTube. YouTube sucks.
It doesn't work like that.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you get rid of, so you're just saying you don't want them to have it on TV anymore. Is that what you're saying?
I just don't want it in the house.
You're going to stop watching YouTube just because you've hooked cable back up?
Exactly, right? No, yes, that's exactly. I'm hiding the iPads.
I'm asking you a question.
No.
I don't. Well, what are you going to watch it through? I guess through a cable box. Let me think.
I just want TV to feed them like a wholesome cartoon.
I think you can stop the first part of your sentence because that's the way I felt too. I just want TV to feed them.
Yeah, I want to feed them, babysit them, feed them, take care of them.
Seriously,
do something like AT&T TV Now or AT&T TV, whatever it's called.
I don't know the answer, but I'm so sick of gamers on my TV.
Yeah, gamers. Look, sadly, I think the genie's out of that bottle. Like Mateo is either going to be into it or he isn't. But I'm trying to think. Like, has anyone ever? This is interesting. If you really wanted to reset your life, let's just say as an experiment, reset your life to sort of pre YouTube, let's say.
Right.
How would you? Because how do you truly get rid of YouTube? Like,
see, if they've got iPads, they're gonna, regardless of whether or not you've got cable in front of them, they're probably gonna.
I'm at the point where I feel like I'm gonna move us into the woods like Nell.
Really? And what will be like?
Liam, to hear the language that Eva picks up.
Yeah. Great. You'll be like, oh,
you know that movie Nell, where the
we know.
After a couple of years.
I'm just trying to figure. We'll be Liam Neeson. We'll come visit you and bring you food or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. No, I understand the desire. I get it. I totally get it.
The feeling is
with your router that blocks or limits YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
You could block it. Yeah, you could block all YouTube URLs on your router.
Available for a certain time of day or something.
Yeah. I know there's a way.
YouTube either.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only one that has this feeling like I can't help think, is this how my parents felt when I was watching satellite TV? I don't know.
Probably
is
my
it
parents.
The cycle? I don't know.
My parents thought MTV was going to destroy my whole generation. So.
Right. I was obsessed with MTV. I was like all of the cable channels that came out.
It's probably that. It's probably that. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think we're just, as we become our parents, we start to have the same fears they had, and it'll probably turn out to be all dumb. Because one day Mateo will be, in some holographic simulation going, I wish my kids didn't have holographic simulations. I wish their life was more like mine was. And he'll be talking about his YouTube time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just going to be this. It's just the cycle. That's what we do.
I guess. I feel I can't help the feeling.
I get it.
Because my daughter would say, I can't stop the feelings.
Yeah. I can't stop the feelings. There's a couple of songs that reminds me of.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's been my life in a nutshell in quarantine is the struggle I have with content and cutting that cord and opening up those apps.
Sure.
And like
right. It's a pain in the butt. And there's so much of it and the ubiquity can be overwhelming. I totally get it.
And I'm tech savvy, so I have an idea. I play games. I deal with this stuff. I can't even imagine if you are a parent that is completely disconnected from it, and they have that content.
Right.
So Hammond suggests something called the circle, which allows you to limit.
Yeah. maybe I'll check that out. I've been meaning to check that out because I get the Facebook ad.
The Circle
they,
sounds like
they know I'm hurting right now.
The Circle sounds
with Natalie Portman or somebody, but
the Circle sounds like a WB supernatural show.
That's right, exactly.
Circle.
Today on The Circle, our characters spend 3/4 of the episode having a heart-to-heart talk about stuff.
And the rest of the
And
time,
they're all really pretty.
yeah, they're all super good looking. Impossibly so. Tune in at 7. Anyway,
I'm gonna check out Circle.
Nicole, we wish you the best with all of that struggle. And
Thank you.
We're glad to have you back. Also, if you want to find out what we talked about today in terms of our actual recommendations, follow Nicole at Nicole Spag on Twitter. She will tell you what those were, and you can find them very easily. We'll also retweet them on the site. Nicole Spag, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Bye.
Bye.
I think she's having overwhelmed mother moments at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel for you, man. They got school question. They got the big school question coming up. What are they going to do?
They've got to be antsy and just,
Ugh. I feel a little selfish about it, Brian, but having my kids out of public school right now, it feels good because I don't want to deal with it.
Oh, Tom M. Norm, you sweet summer child. I'm not a parent, but my opinion means nothing. But can't you just shut it off and take it all away? Yeah, they'll freak out, but what's better in the long run?
No. Sorry, Tom.
If only.
That's a lovely thought. We love you, Tom, but that doesn't work that way. Well, it does for some parents, and guess what? Those kids rebel and cheat and do it behind their backs, and then you got a terrible relationship, and you got a horror. It doesn't work that way.
That's right. And believe me, Tom, I would say exactly the same thing if I didn't have children.
Yeah. You know what? You know what else you do? Here's what you do. This is just some advice. All right. I had 3 of them. Here's my advice.
Take the good and you take the bad.
And I had them growing up during the heyday of YouTube. All right. So it's not like I'm speaking out of concept here. I mean, Nick just graduated high school a year and a half ago. Right. So here's what happened, or here's what I noticed. If you fill their lives with lots of interesting perspectives and content from lots of angles, they will tend to gravitate toward the stuff that isn't just lowest common denominator. In other words, if you're worried that all they care about is some guy who screams and yells and swears and says terrible things during his YouTube game thing, they're less likely to even be drawn to something like that if you have openly said, well, okay, that's cool, but look, there's also this, there's also that. My kids grew up wanting to watch things that aren't even from my generation. Like they loved the Dick Van Dyke Show, and they love Seinfeld, which is from my generation, but they love things that are older, things that are newer, things that are smart, things that are, educational. They love documentaries. Well, why? It's not because I went, you can't do this, you have to watch this. It didn't work that way. We said, all right, well, there's this, there's that, but also, hey, what about this? And they'd say, wait, this is a cartoon. Yeah, check it out, Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's not just that bad movie. Did you guys know this cartoon existed and they had all this fractured fairy tale stuff? Look how rad this was for its time. It was super awesome for late 60s, early 70s. And when I was a kid, I watched reruns all the time. Like, you give them access to this stuff and they just grow out. They grow outward instead of locking themselves into a little rebellious path of what they consume and what they want to be like. And that may not be great advice and too nebulous, but I'm telling you, it can work if you don't get too weird. Just don't be too afraid of it. Just, don't. Yeah.
And Tom, definitely don't, I certainly was not calling you out at all. I totally agree with you. And like I said, prior to 1997, I would have said exactly the same thing. It's like, oh, well, just take internet away. And, but yeah, you just got to kind of balance things. And sometimes that's not easy. And especially right now with everything going on, they're at home all the damn time.
Yeah. They're home all the time. People with young kids, I feel for you right now. This is hard.
Yeah.
And it will pay off and it will be great on the other end eventually, but and your kids will remember what you had to go through, but right now it's not easy. All
That's right.
Moving on to this. A midweek bonus mashup. Good Lord.
You're not isolating that one out.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, someone will, and his name is Jamie. Anyway, I'm going to play this. This is, let's see, I got to move Brian's recommendal. There it is. All right, so this is a bonus mashup called That's What She Said, Ass Man. Okay?
Nice.
So maybe the parents should turn off this podcast. I don't know. Anyway,
maybe, yeah.
So we're going to play it. We'll see if you like it. Enjoy.
that was
lovely.
That was good. Yes,
Very,
very good.
very satisfying.
Ah, we're done. Okay. You like my cigarette? Thank you.
Completely satisfied. Well done. Well done.
Oh.
I don't like how speedy it was.
No, did come quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, a little too fast for my taste.
Yep.
You got a big one, don't you? Oh, hey.
I do.
Hubba hubba. I would eat your pie, Brian. I would taste your pie. So next time you got your pie, let me know. I'll taste it. But when you got a hole to fill, stick it in there. You squirt it out on your thing.
Squirt it out on what thing? What are you talking about?
Well, you're
on your junior.
Your junior, your unit. And I would
I'm not helping, am I?
Slathered on your naked body.
Oh.
I long for dick. I gotta have it at least once a week or I'm not happy. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Uh-oh. There it is. Brian was right to stick it in. We're sticking it in. We're putting it in.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
put it in.
My wife could totally pull me off. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me back that up.
Oh, okay, Fisto.
Oh, jeez. I came out totally wrong. She's got big, breasties.
Big old udders.
Yeah, and she walks, they're just swaying back and forth like a big old, like a caravan. You know how it is, Brian, when you have something weird go in your mouth and you're like,
your tongue can't stop. Like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that doesn't feel right. Oh, that's totally different than usual.
It just was popping off everywhere you went. Yes, please do. Don't pull out now, guys. Please. Bad time to pull out.
Now.
Yeah, don't pull out now.
Also going in the mashup.
Yep. And I jerked really hard. I could feel it dangling right above our heads. No, put it right in my face. No?
Stand up and drop your pants.
Yes!
And then drop your underwear.
Yes! So they're about the size of like a small burrito. Very small.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's painful right there. Okay, yep. All right, yeah, you stop touching it now, but I'm still going to talk like this until you pull out. All right, thanks.
When he thumbed up the girl, that sounds bad. When he gave the girl the thumbs up, I couldn't tell you. I know it's that's big. And I can tell you how big it is. This bag of Oreos, Brian, that we have, it's that wide, but a little longer. Did he yank out, rip the glove off, flick it into a can, then run around the room going, "I'm the ass man." Man,
wow.
Jeez Louise. We never remember what we say, but
no, and that I'm sure that comes that that's taken place across many years of show, but I don't remember 90% of where that stuff came from.
I don't either. And none of it, like you could hear in our voices, that we weren't, for the most part, a few times we were, but most of the time we were like, we weren't saying what this, we didn't know. That was a good one. Jamie, well done. Also, I give all this parenting advice and then play the dirtiest mashup we've ever done. Yeah!
A little dirty, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well done, everybody. Lots of fun was had today. I hope you guys had fun. We did. Patreon.com/TMS is where you can show your appreciation for that fun and help support the show that you know and love. That's Patreon.
Appreciate the fun!
That's right. Appreciate! Patreon.com/TMS. And if you're looking for anything else, you'll find it at frogpants.com/TMS. That includes song requests, by the way. Some of you keep sending them directly to us as emails. Stop doing that. Go to the website and use
the right link in the trash.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you right now.
Yeah, we can't do it.
Boom, right in the trash.
It's too much. It's pain. So go there and you'll find the link. It's right there. Just click that, request your song. You'll get played on the show more than likely. Unless it's like 2 Live Crew or something, then we're probably not going to play it.
Probably not, yeah. They're not known for their covers.
No, they're not known for covering anything. All right. What else? That's it. All
right. Yeah.
Coverville today, 1 p.m. Check that out.
1 p.m. /.
Yeah.
Slasherville.
/Coverville with / and then tonight, Core at 5 p.m. Mountain. We're now at 5, not 7. We're 2 hours up. For reasons, but anyway, that's tonight at 5, and also I'll be on DTNS today. So watch for me on that. I can't talk. All right,
another crazy Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesdays are nuts. Hey Brian, why don't you play a song and make it even nuttier?
Okay, I could do that.
Okay.
Lon Koenig wrote in and said, "Play this anytime."